set our mind. So we do something called pulling down the heavens. You're going to reach up, breathe in, and then breathe out, sink down, bend your knees a bit. We're trying to start to get our body warmed up. Breathe in, you're stretching, everything's starting to open up. Breathe out, pull that energy down to your navel, bend your knees. So we'll do 2 more times. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Now we want to get our bodies warm without doing jumping jacks. So what we're going to do is we do something called standing in position. You want your feet to be about a shoulder width and a half apart. Your back straight. You're rounded. We're bending our knees and lowering our hips. This is going to generate heat in our lower body. We're going to hold this for a few minutes. You're going to bring your hands up. We're in summer season. Each season has a different hand position. So we're doing something called embrace the heart. So we relax our shoulders. We're rolling our pelvis in as if we're trying to push our kidneys against the wall behind us. Our middle fingers are pointing toward each other. Our hands are in front of our heart. Our shoulders relaxed. Our elbows are down. Okay, we're going to breathe in. When we breathe in, you want to breathe in with your abdomen. So when you breathe in, just focus your mind on the area below your navel. Breathe out. Breathe in. You want to feel the breath going down there. Breathe out. Breathe in, the abdomen goes out. And then breathe in, pull in the navel. Breathe in, keep your knees bent. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, we're going to do just a few things. If you're meditating in this position or a standing position, what you want to do is you want to have a slight Buddha smile on your face. The edges of your mouths come up toward your ears. So breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're just going to do 3 more breaths. Relax. Keep your knees bent. Your shoulders relaxed. We're trying to, like I said, generate some heat in our lower body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Let your abdomen go up. But when you breathe out, you want to pull up your perineum, push down your diaphragm. Kind of want to compact your internal organs to get them warmed up and moving. And then breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, now we're going to come back. So hopefully you feel a little heat in your legs that can now move into our bodies. We have 3 movements we always do to call our refreshing exercises. We're trying to open up our bodies so that any energy and movement we do gets in. So we're going to start by shaking our hands. We're really loose. Okay, this is called Shake the 9 Gates. So we're starting out, we're trying to get blood to go out to our fingertips. Now they're going to bounce, but you bounce by having you're lifting your rib cage up, your shoulders are relaxed, your arms are relaxed. You're just like a floppy doll. You want your knees to come up. If you can, you want to lift your heels off the ground just a small amount and then drop back down. You should hear this. What this is doing is we're trying to break up adhesion in our muscles, stir our internal organs, warm them up a bit more, break up any adhesions from sitting around too long. You want the skin to move over the muscles move over the bones, everything's loose. The 9 gates, it's trying to open up the 9 gates with your hip, knee, and ankle, shoulder, elbow, and wrist, and upper, lower, and middle back. Now you're going to bring your hands up and throw any energy we built up onto your fingertips. We're going to warm up our spine. These are all warm up so we don't hurt ourselves, just like with the standing position, so we don't hurt ourselves when we practice. Okay, so this is warming up our spines, our hands. It's called dragon shakes as whiskers. So what you want to do is you want to look over your shoulder. Your chin is following your shoulder, so we're warming up the neck too. You want to engage your mind, so you pick a point and stare at it, focus, 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 and then if you can, turn all the way around and pick a point behind you. Just do a few of these. Your hands can hit against you. We're trying to break up adhesions in our midriff by having the muscles go over each other, just really loose. 2 more, 1, 2, and the third one is we're working on our spine to open up our spine, and we're lifting a rib cage off. If you have any kind of spinal problems like ruptured disc or anything, don't do this. We're trying to get our spine into a crescent shape and open up the vertebrae. So we're going to reach for the ceiling, and then we reach for the wall over there. You bring your hands out, open your hands as much as you can, like somebody's pulling your fingers. You try to open your shoulders. Now you breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So what we want is our shoulders, elbow, and our thumb are up against the wall behind us. So you don't want to be doing this. We're trying to open up. But once again, if you have any kind of spinal problems or shoulder problems, if you're doing shoulder problems, you can do this. But if you don't have shoulder problems, we're trying to lift the rib cage off the organs and squeeze the organs on the other side. We'll do 1 more each side. So you're going to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so when you're studying Tai Chi and Qigong, one of the main skills, I'm just going to go over this, is called the dragon spine. Most of the movements actually are doing the dragon spine, but they appear to be doing other things. What the dragon spine is there's 2 things. When you lower your knees, round your knees, you pull in your pelvis, so your back is rounded. You're squeezing downward this way, so this is your turtle back, and then when you come up, you arch your back slightly, and so this is horseback. So you're going from turtle back to horseback. Now in conjunction with that, when you go up, this is extremely important. It seems like a minor thing, but when you go up, you're pulling your lower shoulder blades together, and then when you go down, you pull your collarbone together. So when you go up, you lift your chin slightly, and then go down. So we're breathing in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, that's your dragon spine. The reason I'm showing you this separately is because in almost all the movements in Tai Chi, you're not just moving your hands around. What's normally happening is your body, your waist, and your shoulders are moving your hands. So I'm not actually, you don't want to do this. You're working your shoulders a little bit. You want to do this when you're moving your hands, because as you see, you're using your whole body, but you're also massaging your internal organs, opening your heart and your chest, trying to get a little bit of flexibility in your sternum so you can breathe better. So this is actually one of the major movements in Tai Chi, right? That if you don't do it, you're just waving your arms around. Okay, so why did I bring that up? Because the next movement we're going to do is each season, we're in the summer season, they have an organ and a sound. So your organ's the heart. So of course, when you say, when the kid, you go, that's you just naturally, when you see that cute puppy, well, that's actually, in Chinese medicine, that's actually your heart sound. And so what you want to do is we're going to go up, we're going to bring our hands up, we're going to breathe in, and then we breathe out, we're just going to go, and you want to start out louder, and then drop the tone, because what's called sedating. We have too much fire, as we get older, fire goes to your head, and all you do is just think, what did I write that check, what I'm going to do today, you want to calm the fires, so you sedate it, so you're breathing in, and then Breathe in. One more of these, so good. Breathe in. Okay, so what we're doing now is while we're sedating it, we want to be massaging our heart. So we're not doing this. We're in our turtle back, which we just showed. You want to do your dragon spine with it. So when your wings go up, we're actually a hawk or a phoenix. Birds are associated with your heart, flying animals. So when you breathe in, your knees are bent, you start your hips moving up, and then you go into your horseback, and then you lower your hips, and you go into your turtle back. So right now you're up, back's arched, your heart's open, your shoulder blades are pulled back in the back. Now you're dropping down, that pulls your hands in as you pull your shoulders. So see my hands, see? I'm not moving my hands, I'm moving my shoulders. So that's what's happening here. In Tai Chi, it's feet, waist, hands. Your hands express what your body are doing. So breathe in, and then breathe out. Okay, we're going to make the sound now. 3 times. Breathe in, and then breathe in. One more time. So you want to do is you want to try to find a sound that's good for your body, because you should feel your chest vibrating slightly. You're trying to vibrate the area around your heart to push out stale energy. Okay, in spring, the other thing that we work on is the small muscles. We're going to work on the muscles of the forearm, but we're going to strengthen our lower body too. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up, have our hands here. We're going to bring our hands up. They're open. When we get here, we've made fists. All right, so we come down, and then as we pull up, we make fists, and then it's like we're pressing. So we're not just lifting our arms, we're doing dynamic tension, and we want to really be squeezing our hands, because this is, while we're moving them, that's working the muscles in the arms, but you don't want to actually use weights right now because you don't want to hurt yourself. We're just starting. So we're here, breathe in, and then as you breathe out, it's like you're curling, you're squeezing your hands, so you're working your forearms. Now you're going to come up a bit, and you just completely relax your hands. You're opening up. We're doing our horseback, making fist again, and then now we're going to squeeze. This was working our biceps. Now we're squeezing in and sinking down. Now we're going to go up. Once again, our hands are relaxed. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're going to sink down. We're going to go into our horseback. Our hands come to our elbows, and then we're going to just extend behind. We're going to work the back of those arms. And then now we open our hands, they're relaxed. They come forward, and then we get here. We're going to do our curl. Our hands come up. Fist. Pull our hands together. Our hands are coming up. Now we're bending. You don't want to collapse, because you want to pull up so that we're getting the back of our arms. So we're arched, and then you're pulling your arms up this way and reaching. Okay, so we're just going to go through 3 sets. The main thing is when your hands are open, you're relaxed, but then we're doing dynamic pressure, and you want to squeeze your hands. So we're building up over this year. We're going through our entire body. So we're here. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out, arch your back, and then work the back of those arms. And breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So we're doing We're relaxed. When we're opening our hands, we're letting all the blood flow, but now we're squeezing our hands, we're constricting, and we're going up. We're going to do one more set. Your hands come up, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and then breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so what we're doing now is, you may have been hoping that we were just going to do meditation and things, but we got to work our bodies through the year, because over the year we want to strengthen our bodies. Last season in spring we were working on stretching to build up our tendons. During the winter we were doing bone tapping to build up bone density. So now we're in the summer. We're going to do one more. At the beginning, when you're doing this, you can just do a couple. The main thing is relax, tense, relax, tense. If you're just starting, you can just do 3 sets like we did. Try to build up to 5, 10, 108. That's the goal for the season. It's supposed to be 108 of everything. So right now, if you're not used to doing it, you don't want to hurt yourself the first few days. You want to, if you do it and then you feel a little bit the next day, that means that you've pushed your body and it's trying to build things up. Okay, the other one we're going to do for your hands is we're going out here. So what we're doing is we're flicking. So we're not doing this. We're not lifting our arms. Our hands are out there. We're opening. It's like we're trying to flick water on the person in front of us. So we're closing our hands and opening. So that's good for combating arthritis, because we're opening and closing our hands. We're trying to get blood flow up there. We're opening and we're trying to get blood to go in between the fingertips and blood to go out to the hands. But of course we want to use our lower body too. So first we'll just do the hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to coordinate our lower body and our upper bodies. If you are worried about your balance, you can just bend your knees. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you can, you want to go up on your toes. 1, 2, because we want to develop a spring in our step over the season. So we're going to be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And for those of you who want to do the advanced part, it's a speed form, and you're trying to build up so you can actually bounce, and you want to do it fast, so you go 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, once again, those you can easily get up to 108 because they go pretty fast, especially if you're doing it as a speed form. All right, so the other thing I promised in the email yesterday was we did it last week. We're just going to review it this week to make sure that people remember. There's a little form. Sorry, I thought I was getting a message from Jake, our technical guy and marketing officer. Okay, so there was a little form we did last week. I'm just going to review it so you can remember it. It's meditational type form. So first we're going to start out, it has 3 movements. So we're going to start out, we're here, our knees are, we're a pool of water. The water is about, up to our chest here, and our hands are coming in, and it's like we're lifting the water, and then the water starts running out of our hands, and we put our hands back in the water. So we're going to breathe in, and then breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, so now there's a couple things. When you're coming in, you don't want your arms to be straight. It's like they bend. You want to have, if you lock your arms out, it's going to stop the energy from flowing. So your hands are just gently coming up your elbows. In general, your elbows are going to stay below your wrist, because otherwise you get this, and then you see, look at all that tension in my neck because my elbows are up. Your elbows stay down, so this area can stay relaxed. Blood can get to your brain, which is usually considered a good thing. So we're here, we're going to breathe in, breathe out. Now, the next part is we want our hips to be going up and down because we want to be working our lower legs. Plus, we're doing Tai Chi. So in Tai Chi, your feet start by moving your hips. So we're here. So we're coming up, and then when we get to the top, our feet, it's feet, waist, hands is what they always tell you. Feet, and then our feet start, and then our hands go down. So we're not doing this with nothing here. It's our bodies going up, and our bodies coming down. With our shoulders relaxed. So breathe in. Breathe out, and then of course, we've got our lower body. We're engaging our lower body. This is constricting our lower body, putting weight in our lower body, and we're building up our ankle strength and our leg strength so we can be more stable when we stand and walk. All right, you might think we're done, but we're not. There's one more thing, which is our dragon spine. So we're here. When we're down here, we're in our turtle back, and then as we come up, our hands start moving because our feet are pushing up, but then we go from our turtle back to our horseback, and what happens? See, if I'm just here, I won't even move my hands. See, my hands come up because I'm starting, and then I go to my horseback. So just doing that, see? So my hands actually are expressing what's happening. So I'm here, my hands get thrown up by my hips, and then I unfold my waist. Now I get down, my hips pull it down, and now I compress my waist. So we're here. Turtle back, horseback, horseback, turtle back. Turtle back, horseback, horseback. All right, so we'll just do it 3 more times. Now that we've mastered all the details of the thing, we're going to do it 3 more times before we go on to the next part. So here we are. We're going to breathe in. My hands are expressing what my body's doing. They're just not moving up and down. Breathe out. Breathe in. My hands actually only moving slightly. Most of the movement from my hand comes from my hips and my waist, my feet, waist, hands. Okay, we'll do 2 more. So breathe in, and you can do this to music. Just this one. It's very relaxing. Breathe out. You're going to scoop the water. You're coming out of the pool. The water starts running down. And then you sink back down into the pool. So you want to be lifting your body up and down. Okay, that's movement 1. Movement 2 is what we're doing is we want to expel pain and negativity from our body. So we're going to have our feet also butt to apart. So our hand is going to go to our pelvis. It's going to come up the center of our body to our mouth, and then we're going to turn and throw it away. So what happens is it's coming down. You're breathing in. We're taking all the negativity from our body, and what gets to our mouth, we push it out. So breathe in, breathe out. Now we're going to come back. Now we're going to do the other hand. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so once again, this is part 1. So right now, in addition to this, once again, we don't want to be doing this. See, nothing's happening. I'm just waving my hands around. We want our body to move our hands. So, we're here, we come up, so we're in our turtle back, come into our horseback, but then when we get here, we just don't push it out. We want to use our waist. So our hips now stay in the same position, and we turn our waist. Our hands basically stays in front of our mouth, and then it goes out from our mouth. So then This is coming down, this comes up. So you're scooping down. When you get here, you turn your waist. Your hand is staying in front of your mouth, and then it's going out from your mouth. So you should be doing this. You're scooping down, breathe in, breathe out. And then it just comes down, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so come up the center. We're taking all that energy from the center, all that negative, all the stale energy. We're turning. So you coming down. Okay, all those kids running around that have been driving you crazy all morning, they're gone. All of those bills you've been worrying about, they're gone. There's just you. Those bills aren't you. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, I'm going to do a few more of these, but now, of course, so the first part is you're coming up the center and you're breathing and turning out. Now, for the advanced class, so this comes out. As this comes out, then as this comes down, what you want to be doing is you want to be seeing if you can get the hands moving at the same time, right? So you're here, breathe in, and then breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. So once again, you see I'm shifting from side to side. This is called posting. You're shifting, but then I'm just not going here. I want to keep my hand the whole time. Your hands are in this down the center. See, so they're coming, even when I'm coming back, this hand, see, is staying in front of my center, and this hand's coming up. This is actually pretty complicated. This is why this is the advanced version of doing this. So you're breathing in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So you want to eventually get it. This is doing Tai Chi, because this is a Tai Chi principle, which is feet, waist, hands, feet, waist, hands. And you want to be, right now you want to be always protecting your middle. So your hands are going up and down. So this is not what you're doing, right? The energy is coming up your center and going out the center. So if that's too hard, we can stay with this one, which is your hand comes up and then you just turn out. This comes back, breathe in, but you still want to turn your waist. You still want to keep this hand, comes up your center, stays in front of your mouth, goes up. Now you're returning to the center. This hand, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So you want to make sure at least you get to this level, which is breathe in and then turn and breathe out. So you want to keep your hands, because this is by doing this, aside from the fact that you're letting the energy flow through your body, because you're shifting and because you're turning your waist, this is also massaging your internal organs. We're trying to have the best liver and stomach energy on the block, right? So we're here, we're just going to be squeezing, and then so this is expelling negative energy. Okay, the last part is, we're already over, so we're going to have to go quickly. The last part is the same thing, but we don't want to just do the negative. We want to do the other thing. So you have your hand in front of your hand, turn your body 40 degrees, your hands in front of your mouth. Then you're scooping up positive energy. When it gets here, you turn back to the center and you push that down. Let all that positive energy flow over to your heart. Now you're going to turn. This hand comes up your center, gathers all that positive energy from the universe, drops down. So positive, splash it onto your heart. Turn. Once again, your hands are staying up your center. Now, and then they drop down the center here, turn, your hands comes up, your center, so they're pointing 45 because you're turning your leg. You want to make sure that you're turning your waist. You don't want to turn your hips because see now I'm putting stress on my legs. So I'm standing like a mountain right now. For the one we're doing, we're turning our waist and our hips aren't moving. So come up, come back, splash, turn, come up, gather positive energy, splash down your heart, turn, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so now we're going to make that into a form. So you put on some nice music. I put on shakuhachi music, which is Japanese flute. Haunting, we're supposed to be in a bamboo forest while that's playing in a little temple over there with a mountain behind it. That's when we take our side trip, our membership excursion to Japanese temples, and we'll be in Kyoto. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn that into a form. So first what we're going to do is we're going to stabilize ourselves. So we're coming up and down, so we're grounding ourselves. So we're in the pool, we're breathing in, the water starts running off, we breathe out, we sink down and stabilize ourselves. Now we're going to get rid of the negative energy, so this comes up, breathe in, the negative goes out, go to the other side, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, now we want to make sure we're stabilizing, our hands are coming back, we're in the pool, let the water sink down, and now we're going to pull in the positive, so we breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, bring your hands down, we're going to stabilize, breathe in, just sink down your elbows, shoulders, elbows are relaxed. Okay, so now we're going to get rid of that negative, breathe in, breathe out, our hands come around, we're going to stabilize again, breathe in, breathe out, now we're doing the positive, turn, breathe in, let the positive energy, we're gathering all that energy from the universe coming in, splashing it on our heart. Now we're going to achieve stability again by sinking into the pool. We'll do one more set. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, come around, stabilize, just sink down, everything's relaxed. And now we're going to pull in that positive energy, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. We're going to come up and then stabilize. All right, we're going to put our feet together. We're going to close up by also pulling down the heavens again, so because we're going to leave, setting our mind, returning to our daily lives. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. You can compress to the other side, so you expand on this side. Breathe out, go down, compress. We're just trying to get the energy flowing a bit. One more time, breathe in, breathe out, and then we clap, body, mind, because we did something good.